Welcome to your summer edition of On Campus. I'm your host, Sabrina Ley. Today we are going to be having some fun in the sun and talk about everything summer. With summer break on the way, it's time to pull out those swimsuits and reach for the sunscreen. We will be talking about different summer events, classes, and jobs that you can enjoy over your summer break. We will also be talking about different aspects of the summer and SMSU events that you can enjoy these last couple of weeks. So let's dive into this edition of On Campus. SMSU students all over the country are searching for summer jobs. Sound familiar? If you are hanging around the Marshall area this summer, here's the perfect job for you. SMSU is hiring lifeguards to protect the lives of its swimmers. It's the closest thing you can get to being a hero. Opportunities include regular open pool hours, boys state swimming, and various sport camps. In order to apply for this position, lifeguards must be CPR, lifeguard, and first aid certified. If you are interested, contact Patricia Mervick at patricia.mervick@smsu.edu. One thing you shouldn't have to worry about this summer is skin cancer. Grab a bottle of sunscreen and make it your new best friend, because the last thing you need is a sunburn. Statistics have shown that more people contract skin cancer during the warm summer months than in the dead of winter. It only takes 15 minutes of sun exposure to damage your skin. Protect your body this summer from the harmful rays with sunscreen. If you are looking for a fun summer class to take, check out SMSU's fun courses. For example, Film and Television Appreciation. This course explores the various works of academic award-winning director Alfred Hitchcock. Want to stay creative over the summer? Take a look at digital art photography, where you learn how to work and use different types of cameras. Do you want to remember what you learned from anatomy? Sign up for medical terminology so that when you come back for fall semester, you're prepared and ready to go. For more classes, check out the courses on e-services just under registration. When it comes to the summer, it's important to take extra precaution with your skin health. But when it comes to choosing a certain SPF, which one is the most protective? According to WebMD, SPF is meant to block the harmful ultraviolet B rays that damage skin. James Spencer, a medical doctor, states that higher SPF sunscreens don't necessarily protect your skin better than the lower sunscreens. So what should you use? Spencer recommends using SPF 30. Whatever sunscreen you decide to use, make sure it's reapplied continuously to keep your skin looking great and healthy. This week, we had our very own Leah Danielson and Emily Bartman brave the harsh Marshall sun. This is what they discovered.
Hey Emily, how's it going?
I'm good.
It's a beautiful day, isn't it?
I know. I love sunbathing out here in the sun.
Me too.
Yeah, especially when I'm using this.
It's sunscreen?
Yeah, it's sunscreen.
Can I try some?
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Emily.
Yeah.
SPF 30 is my favorite.
I know.
There you
Plus, it's filled with so many organic elements, and when you put it on in a couple of minutes, you feel this really sizzling feeling on your arms.
Sizzling sensations? I'm starting to feel that.
Nice. Yeah, that means it must be working, and then you get like this.
Yeah, it's like a fresh feeling, like after you brush your teeth.
I know.
But only on your skin.
Yeah, and then like afterwards, you get like this reddish skin thing on your arm.
I'm starting to see that actually.
Yeah, and then it'll turn out to be a tan. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
What you doing? That's not sunscreen, is it?
I will be chatting with SMSU's newspaper editor, Nicole Schwing, about the Spur right after this short break. Stay tuned. You are watching On Campus.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
Will I always be working weekends just to stay out of debt?
Is a great college for our kids?
Out of the question?
Is the American dream
Out of our reach?
Not if we can help it. We're the National Endowment for Financial Education, a non-profit organization dedicated to helping people just like you get smart about their money. Log on to smartaboutmoney.org today and start taking control of your financial life.
Members of the Spur, SMSU's newspaper, have been continuously working this year to give students the important news circulating on campus. We are here today with Nicole Schwing, the manager editor for the Spur. Hi Nicole, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well. So can you tell everybody just a little bit about the Spur?
Well, the Spur is the student organized newspaper here on campus. And so it's students who are doing everything. They write the articles, they edit the newspaper, they submit stories, photographs, all that kind of stuff.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys keep busy probably.
We do, yes.
What are some of your duties at the Spur?
Well, this last semester I have been managing editor. And so I have been helping the editor-in-chief with coming up with story ideas, proofreading and editing the stories, laying out the newspaper before it gets printed. In the fall, though, I will be taking over as editor-in-chief, so then I'll be doing everything that he's been doing now.
Yep.
Which, yeah.
Yep. Keeping, again, really busy.
Yes.
How many people do you guys have involved in the Spur, and what are their different jobs there?
I can't even come up with a number. There's so many of us. But we have writers, editors, photographers, graphic designers, even business managers who, you think it would be more English side of things to work on the newspaper, but we have people who are in business working with us, helping us keep our finances in check.
So you're able to kind of go with a lot of different majors then.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of be able to...
We invite anyone who's interested.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So what do you guys look for in order to find an interesting story?
Basically events that are happening on campus.
Okay.
Because we have so many students from different majors, different areas, they're able to come in into our meetings and say, hey, this is going on in our department. And we think if it's going to be interesting to students, if it's something they should know, we cover it.
Okay,
Yeah.
Gotcha. How often does the Spur come out, and where can you find it on campus?
So we have printed our last issue already, so we're done for this semester. But we did print once every 2 weeks, and I believe that's what we will be continuing to do in the fall. And so you can find them just about anywhere on campus.
Okay.
I see them all the time lying around in the coffee shop, in the student center, business departments, offices will have them just lying there too.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have, like when you walk into the student center from BA, there's an area there where they are, even in the lower link between CH and BA.
Okay, and they're free to students, correct?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely, very cool.
Yep.
Alrighty, so personally for you, what is your favorite story that you have printed?
That is difficult to say, but I think my favorite part of the Spur has been the Sugar Beet, which is the satirical article that our editor-in-chief writes every time, and it's sarcasm, but they're entertaining.
Yep. Kind of give you a little bit of a chuckle.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. And how do people get a hold of the Spur? If they want to get involved, if they want to maybe write a story, how does that all work and how do they get a hold of you?
Well, they could email me at nicole.schwing@smsu.edu.
Okay.
Or they could contact Ruth Thompson, who is our faculty advisor.
Okay.
Or they could email the Spur itself, which is smsuspur@gmail.com.
Okay, very cool. So, what about you? What do you have going on this summer? Will you be working at all with the Spur, or is it this kind of just during the school year kind of thing, or?
It's typically just a school year thing, but I do plan on kind of researching the job because I'm new to the Spur. I just joined this semester.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and so to be taking over, it's kind of a lot to do.
Yep.
But I'm looking forward to just kind of like researching and finding out what it is I'll be doing. And I'll probably be asking our current editor-in-chief over the summer many, many questions and bothering him a lot. But
And now when you're writing a story, what is kind of the process you go through? Like after you've interviewed people, do you have a certain process that you go through? Or
yeah, you basically just sit down and write it. It's
Yep.
kind of the same as writing an essay for class.
Yep.
I mean, you have the deadline and everything, and you panic because it needs to be done. And
Yep. And what do you like about writing? Is there anything in particular? Have you done it before?
I haven't. This is new to me. And so, but I enjoy it because it just allows me to work with new people.
Okay.
And interviewing skills I learned too because you have to interview lots of people for this.
Yep.
And yeah.
Works on those communication skills, kind of
Yeah.
all these different people.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And now what is your major? Is it tied into the writing?
I am a double major
Okay.
in literature and management. And so that kind of works with, this management role in a newspaper, which, is related to literature. So
Yeah, wow, that'll be a great resume builder.
yes.
Awesome. Yeah, employers will be just thrilled. So is there anything else about the Spur or that you want everybody to know about joining the team or something like that?
We encourage everyone to join us. We want, we're looking for writers and editors and photographers all the time, and everyone's welcome. They just contact us and we'll find them something.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for coming in, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. Coming up, we will be going over some of the SMSU's upcoming events in the last remaining weeks of school before summer break. Stay tuned. You are watching On Campus.
Like all new parents, my husband and I want what's best for our baby. When it came to immunizations, I wanted the facts. So I carefully researched vaccines, talking to pediatricians and other experts and asking tough questions. The answer was obvious. Vaccines like those against measles and influenza are not only a good idea, they could save our daughter's life. Take the time to get the facts. Vaccines save lives.
626,000 investors.
That's how many people SIPC has helped since 1970.
Over $15 billion.
That's how much SIPC has made it possible for investors to recover.
SIPC.
That's the Securities Investor Protection Corporation.
An investor's first line of defense in the unlikely event that a brokerage firm fails.
SIPC, for real people, like me.
And you.
SMSU has announced the keynote speaker for the class of 2015 graduating ceremony. According to SMSU Today, the commencement speaker is Dave Werpy, the Vice President and General Auditor of 3M Corporate Auditing. Werpy graduated from SMSU in 1989 with a degree in accounting. He now heads 3M's Global Internal Audit Group, which has offices in 15 different countries around the world. Werpy hopes that share a few insights on how the quest for new experiences can itself have a positive impact on careers and life in general, as part of 2015 graduating ceremony on May 9th in the RA Gym. SMSU's exercise science degree spreads to another campus starting next fall. The degree will be offered at Normandale Community College in Bloomington, in addition to SMSU. This means students taking exercise science classes at Normandale will be taught by SMSU faculty. Students will have this option to earn an associate's degree in exercise science from Normandale and have the option to transfer to SMSU to complete a 4-year degree. There are currently no Minnesota state colleges and university institutions in the Twin Cities area that offer a bachelor's degree in exercise science. This partnership with Normandale will make the exercise science degree accessible to many Twin Cities students. Museum. A new museum will be added to SMSU. According to the SMSU Today, the Museum of Indigenous Americans will be opening up on April 27th. Formerly the Anthropology Museum, the new museum will be focusing on the culture and traditions of Native Americans. The museum will feature various artifacts, including many artifacts that are donated by former SMSU professor William Helslip. The artifacts include artwork, pottery, and projectile points. Even though the Anthropology Museum had artworks from Native Americans, they will still use these in the new museum. The grand opening will happen on April 27th at 6:30 p.m. at the Social Science 101. The event is free to the public. SMSU will be hosting a storytelling event beginnings. According to SMSU Today, the Marshall Area Storytellers, or also known as MAST, will be in charge of this event. Similar to the popular storytelling group, the Moth, MAST wants people of the public to share their personal stories with the community. This event will give locals here in Marshall a chance to tell their personal stories to the audience. Beginnings take place on May 1st from 6 to 7:30 in Charter Hall Room 201. Refreshments will be served, so come and enjoy the storytelling event. Today's show has been brought to you by Sunscreen. Sunscreen, the lotion with a purpose. Have a great summer, SMSU. We'll be right back here next semester.